and welcome to a solo mid-map battle between Mu and Ferrari. We've got ourselves a solo mid championship. This is still a round number 1 game that had to be postponed earlier on. It is a 1-for-1 score. This is the third game in a best of 3 brackets with Shadow Fiend only mid. Of course, Beat is my co-caster for this one. Beat is Shadow Fiend only mid.
Yep.
And they have got exactly the same build. So what is gonna make or break this matchup?
Well, it's gonna come down to I don't even really. Okay, my analysis is gonna be pretty awful for this because I'm not a mid player at all. I don't play 1v1s myself. I'm just throwing that out there. A little spoiler for everyone watching. But anytime it's Shadow Fiends, it's gonna come down to CS on the first wave, second wave, early on, and who can hit the raises, to put it bluntly. But there are runes available. There is bottle crowing available. It's gonna be a bit of a race to see who can get their bottle up first, and then who can hold rune control.
And of course also who gets the blocks.
Yes, because the side with the better block is gonna have an edge on the first wave, and if they can hold that advantage, having the lane up so the other Shadow Fiend has to attack uphill. That's not even just one wave. That could be 2 waves, 3 waves. They hold it.
Let's see who does it better. So far, Ferrari looking solid. They look fairly even though. Mu slightly better here.
And it's
Yeah,
pretty even,
it's very even.
all things considered.
Both, of course, trying to get those last hits going now. Both don't get it. Awesome.
I was watching a couple of the other Shadow Fiend versus Shadow Fiend matchups.
Yeah.
And a lot of players were opting to go for Wraith Band and double Iron Branch. It's interesting that both these players started with a tango instead of the 2 Iron Branches, but it's only 2 damage.
And I mean, Ferrari versus Mu. Mu, one of the celebrated solo mids. Ferrari, he was a celebrated solo mid, but he has been not as dominant as, or at least people have not been finding him as dominant as last year, for example. Who are you expecting to win this matchup?
I think it's hard for me to say. I think I've always got Ferrari in my mind as one of the absolute great 1v1 players, and both players, when they get money for a salve, they bring a salve over to themselves. Interesting. That was happening a lot in the other SF 1v1 matchups as well. Just because they expect to take a lot of harass damage with raises, and they want to be able to regen themselves up, obviously. Right now, Ferrari's got a slight lead. He's up by 1 CS and 1 deny, 3-4 versus 2-3, and another deny. So Ferrari's building Ferrari's building a pretty nice lead for himself. Having leading denies obviously lets you level up faster, and Ferrari, right when he has that level 3 versus a level 2, he knows that he can just play aggressive, and he does that forcing out the salve from Mu. Mu raises to get CS and harass onto Ferrari. Both are level 3 now. HP advantage going by way of Mu, so forces out the salve from Ferrari, and that secures 2 extra CS for himself. And now, pretty even. 2 deny advantage for Ferrari, 2 CS advantage for Mu, even on souls though.
Yeah, even on levels so for now as well. And both doing the exact same thing, both having the cells already burned. Ferrari though 1 step ahead of Mu. It's a little thing, but in a 1 versus 1 matchup like this, you can have to look at the little things.
Mu brought 1 salve to himself, Ferrari brought 2 to himself. That's Mu wanting to save up the gold to get towards his bottle a little bit faster instead of just sparing only salves. Mu has used more raises than Ferrari though, so Ferrari can definitely afford to bring the extra salve.
Yep. Oh.
He should be fine on mana for a little while. The rune is up on bottom lane, or bottom rune rather.
Regen, nice one to have. And that's gonna be moved with some extra last hits and the nice. So we now have.
Who's building a nice lead? He's
Yeah.
got a 3 CS advantage. Both players choosing to salve up. The lane on Ferrari's hill, he is catching up now. Down 1 CS now for Ferrari, but he's up 1 deny.
By the way, for people wondering what are the rules in this championship, I will tell you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. You can use runes. You can bottle crow if you want to. you can, or if you win, if you want to win, which both of these players of course want to, you can either do, you can do two things to win. You can either push down your enemy's towers, take down 2 towers and you win the game, or you can kill off your enemy opponent twice and you win the game. And that's a bottle picked up by Mu.
Bottle or Boots actually on the way for Ferrari instead of Bottle, and that's important to note. And since Ferrari's level 5, while Moo's only level 4, he's sitting on his hill, not letting him even get experience right now.
Oh, this might be first blood.
There it
is
first blood Ferrari.
Getting ahead now with Boots, and he has enough money to buy a bottle if he wants to.
Yeah, but that first blood, that's pretty much game over. It's gonna be really, really hard for a level 4 Shadow Fiend to come back against a level 6 Shadow Fiend. Excellent play from Ferrari. Mu took one step too far forward. Ferrari knew that he could get the double raise off, lands it, and that's first blood for him. Abusing that level advantage. That came through more denies for Ferrari than for Mu.
Yeah, Ferrari's still going for the bottle in the end. In comes Mu, he has to walk back because he doesn't have enough gold for a TP scroll. So he misses quite a bit of experience there as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can look at the graphs. 750 gold in favor of Ferrari, which is really a lot in a 1 vs 1 matchup. Experience 1k, it's a lot as well. I mean, this is just Ferrari being very far ahead. What, like you already said, is basically game over because that's how Shadow Fiends work. Once they get ahead, they stay ahead, and once they not get ahead, they stay behind. That's basically how it works. But assuming that it's not over just yet, how is Mu gonna get back into this?
He has to slowly claw his way back into the game. Right now they both have rank 3 raises, which is good news for Mu, but he doesn't have boots, so Ferrari can chase him down very easily. Ferrari's also about to hit level 7, which is big for him. The one thing Mu could maybe hope for is a lucky rune, but even then, Ferrari knows the rune's bottom, and he's going there and grabbing the regen, which leaves Mu to Bottle Crow.
Yep. Both of the players have upgraded their courier in the meantime.
Yep, and Ferrari's going to be using his advantage to buy wards, buy a magic stick, just get more items that'll help him win.
The regen rune up on Ferrari. That's actually going to allow him to maybe even dive and try to get that last kill in. I mean, especially with those boots.
Some more aggressive raises, but I don't think he'll just tower dive. And
yeah, I mean dive past the click fire.
That'd be a little ridiculous if there's tower diving going on. Mu checking top rune, hoping to get lucky. It actually spawned bottom, and it's DD. That's a huge rune in this matchup.
Raises?
Ferrari seeing that Mu came from top should know that the rune's bottom. Since Ferrari has boots, he can go to it a little bit later. And Ferrari's just looking for the kill. Ooh, nice touch from Mu there. On that medium range raise.
Oh, harassment.
Ferrari's just chucking out raises because he's got a regen. He doesn't really care. And there's no reason for Ferrari to go towards this bottom rune right now, because he's faster than Mu. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He's just gonna look to trade. Also, if he leaves, that allows Mu to catch up. He wants to keep building on his advantage. And now they're both going for the rune.
Yeah, well, Mu has to back off. He realized that, so he is.
Mu realizes that Ferrari's there, so he's just going back to farm. And with all the raises that were going off there, Ferrari's up to 4 magic stick charges, and that burst of HP and mana can't be ignored.
And the double damage rune cannot be ignored either. On a Shadow Fiend with 29
No, it cannot.
souls.
There was sentries picked up by Mu. He knows that there's lane warders here, and he wants to get rid of it.
So expensive though.
It is. It is a big investment, but he's already behind. He knows that if Ferrari can see his movement, that it is going to spell trouble for him. So sentries is his choice. Not just his movement, but his positioning. Neither player placing a ward on the rune yet, though. Ferrari's gonna go from right here.
Oh, that's gonna be Ferrari diving. One more hit needed. Can he get it? A courier! He gets that courier! That's huge!
I'm surprised that Ferrari didn't pop his DD there.
Yeah, that would have been a
courier
kill.
is really good, though, because that's no bottle crowing from Mu. Mu runs up to check top rune. It's not there. It's a haste bottom. Ferrari also checking top rune, but Mu no boots. And he's gonna have to go back to Fountain if he wants boots. After seeing that raise, Ferrari knows that he's going to be able to beat Mu to bottom rune. And Ferrari actually...
Now pops the double damage.
There he goes.
Ooh, no vision.
He's got Tranquil boots, and he knows Mu doesn't have boots, so I'm kind of surprised he didn't just commit to get that kill. Because he didn't want to get juked around. and potentially give a kill back to Mu. He's got a lead, he's using it, and he's just making sure that he doesn't give anything back to Mu.
Ferrari, though, I mean, he is doubling the net worth of Mu.
Sentry's picked up by Ferrari now.
Countering the words on the high ground. Countering the counter words.
That's gonna give him an advantage though, because now he's gonna force another sentry out from Mu, and he still has one for himself.
Yep.
Plus he still has his DD active, and he has a haste. With haste he can definitely get a kill. No question about it. Especially because the Shadowfin for Mu is only level 6.
Well, that is sentries down on the side of Mu.
Level 7 up on Mu, but he's got cooldowns. Ferrari knows this. Ferrari's getting aggressive.
Oh, one more hit needed. The haste rune will pop. That's gonna be Mu. One more hit,
Nice
and that's a
juke
kill.
from
That's a
Ferrari.
win. That is Ferrari making it to the second round of the Solomid Championship for the International 3. That means that Ferrari will be up against Ice, Ice, Ice.
And isn't Ice the one that defeated S4? I think so.
Yes, I believe that is indeed the case. Yep, that is the case. Was it 2 for 1?
Not sure.
I'm 100% sure.
Did not watch. Oh, okay.
Was it 2 for 1? I have the brackets up
Well,
next to me.
this one was a Ferrari defeating Mu 2-1.
Yep, that is true. Not 100% sure yet if we're gonna see Ice, Ice, Ice versus Ferrari right now, or if it's gonna get played after the tiebreakers. So stick around, we'll find out. At least this was the third game of the Solomid Championship for Ferrari versus Mu in round 1 of the Solomid Championship. We'll be right back.